And welcome to another episode of PUCL Plays FireRed. I'm Thatch, and we have Jushiro here today. We just defeated Blaine, and we're on our way to the Sevii Islands, where hopefully we catch a ground type.
Down through Blaine is what we did successfully,
Okay.
and if I might say, with a touch of elegance that I can only see from you, Thatch.
It was. I was just worried that we were gonna wipe, and if we didn't do something like that. Oh, hey, it's Bill. Hey, if it isn't PUCL, it's me, Bill. Long time no see. I see you're still using my PC system. Yeah, because it's the only PC system in town. Thanks, Bill Gates. Well, listen, since we met up here, how about spending some time with me? There's this little island in the far south called One Island. Also, by the way, I played this game recently before this, and you just realize like how creatively bankrupt the Sevii Islands are compared to like the rest of Pokemon. You'll see. How about it? Do you feel like coming with me? Sure. All right then, let's go. And the ferry just pulls up. Looks like my pal's boat just arrived. He's especially here in Cinnabar to pick me up.
That's one hell of a big yacht, let me tell you.
Yeah, that is a yacht. Bill's ballin'. Here we are. This is One Island. There are several islands around here, and this is just one of them. I would hope so. You named this One Island. My friend Celio sent the boat back. He's in charge of the island's PC. Why am I telling you now? Let's just go see Celio.
Eat 'em, Thatch.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Eat the rich, yes. Hey there, Celio. I can't believe you came out here. Well, absolutely. You sent your boat. How's your research coming up? Oh, wait a second. PUCL, this is my buddy Celio. He's one dedicated PC maniac. He's a contender as the Pokemon champ. Oh, that's really impressive. I hate to say it, but I have zero aptitude for battling. Anyways, I'm glad to have met you. So bring me up to speed. How's your machine running? It's running fine, but we're too remote out here. The PCs on the island just can't link with your PC, Bill. Oh yeah? I'll take a look-see. I think we can make it work. Let me... can I get you to do me a favor? The island next to this one's called Two Island. Oh, see the creative bankruptcy already happening?
No,
there's a guy there that runs a game corner. He has a thing for rare rocks and gems. We keep in touch being fellow maniacs. So can I get you to deliver this meteorite to him? God. If you're gonna please take this. The Tri-Pass. The Tri-Pass to get to 3 islands.
I mean, I have to say, this is coming from a native
Let's to get to islands 1, 2, and 3.
I didn't realize the Articuno Zapdos and Moltres thing until really late, way too late for me my age.
I think we can still travel around One Island a little bit. I don't think there's a Mart out here though, which is unfortunate.
Sunny days.
Let me see. Mount Ember erupted. Blah blah blah. So I think we can go try for Ponyta, but we could also just go to the next island. Because I want to wait because I think we can get a ground type over there on Kindle Road if I remember. Let me look that up before I regret saying those words. Kindle Road. Okay, so Kindle Road.
Look at that water.
There is a Geodude percentage, and I think we caught everything else except for the Geodude. Oh no, there's a Psyduck. That's 5%. It could be either Psyduck or Geodude. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. There's Cut, which we can't use anymore because our Cutter's dead.
Oh no!
What's our Cutter? What's their name? Some Go Boing and Some Go Boing. Did you know that? Boing.
So where's Lost?
Where's Lostelle?
Oh my
She's
god.
always. Yep.
She's
see the creative bankruptcy. Are you there? Are you a friend of Lostelle's? Have you seen Lostelle around? She should have been here a long time ago. Lostelle's a cutie. She's got my looks. So what if something's happened to my Lostelle? Please go find her on 3 Island.
Definitely has to be the oh my god, what do you call it? The translators.
Yep. Oh no, I just think everybody was lazy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's like close to the Japanese name too. I wouldn't be surprised. What do you got? You got any good items? Buy.
Just buy. Okay, I thought.
How many do we have? We have 15 in bag. That's fine. Okay. We might go for the Geodude chance. I don't really want to because it's level 31, but we might have to go for the Geodude chance. Unkindled Road. 3 Island. All right. All aboard.
These islands, man.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Oh, bikers. I guess they're. Oh, wait, there's a cave.
Ooh.
Hey, are there Pokemon in here?
It's a Diglett cave, I think. No?
No, there's no way.
Oh, right.
Let's check out 3. Let's check out 3 Island. We're gonna check it out. 3 Island. I'm hoping maybe there's a ground type in here. 3 Isle Path. Is that what this is? It's a cave.
Yeah. Only one dude in.
I see nothing about it, which is unfortunate.
Maybe no Pokemon in there.
I'm saying there's no Pokemon in there, but I want to try. We could go fight those trainers though. They got like lots of experience. To hand out. Those bikers have like all poison types, so we can just like psychic them.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Not trainers.
Cool. This one? Nope. Oh, it's just all these guys. We got to fight them all one by one.
I don't recall. I think you just need to fight the boss.
Yeah, well, it looks like there's 4 of them in the thing. Oh, we can just switch to Yuri. Actually, I just realized we have Yuri. We're gonna get to like level 41 with the Yuri. It's fine.
Yeah, like I said, was always easy mode in this generation.
Yes, it was. I just didn't think it would take out Blaine. Like Lapras was definitely the right play. I want a ground type. Do we have to do Geodude? Probably.
And stick with Graveler, right? Because you can't trade.
No, we can trade.
Ooh.
This is a cartridge. This is a cartridge.
Oh.
Everybody's always surprised when I say that. How did you think we got Alakazam?
Yeah. Well, that's true. I didn't really realize. Yeah, didn't put 1 to 1 together.
Yeah. Yeah, we got. Yeah, so we can trade. So we'll probably do it. We'll probably do it if it's a. I mean, it's probably gonna have to be Geodude at this point, but.
Yeah, I can't think of any other unless you capture another queen in.
You can't. Oh, we'd have to do. Yeah, we'd have to catch like a Nidorina.
Yeah.
In like prior to in Victory Road. Yeah, that's possible, I guess.
That's our only other choice if we don't catch her Geodude now.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I care about having Geodude? I don't know that I care about Geodude now. If it means Nidorina later, but.
What would ground type on the Elite 4-4?
That's a good point.
I don't think there's nothing.
You're making a good point. I don't think you do need it. You're probably right. I'm just trying to think about what we would need because, like, I don't like Snorlax in that slot. I just feel like it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, well, Rock I think will give you an edge over Lorelei, I guess. If you hit
but man. I'd much rather have an electric type.
Yeah.
Oh, we have that. We have Electabuzz. Right. You need a fire and an electric type, so we have both those. So, oh my gosh, we missed both of them from one smokescreen. God.
Now that's real cheese. Those accuracy meddling attacks are, or evasion meddling attacks are always infuriating.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, defeated Biker Goon. Cool. Give me your Weezing and give me your Muck. Oh. Give me your Weezing and give me your Muck. I want to destroy them. I don't know, because like I just feel like Snorlax is such a waste. Trying to see. Oh, it would. Well, no, because Agatha can literally just be destroyed by like Yuri.
Yeah, no chance that she can attack first if you at least it didn't know it matched.
Let's see. Okay, defeated Biker Goon.
You got Electric for Lorelei. You
Yep.
got Yuri for
Bruno.
Boots, which also Yuri could take care of, but that will run out,
Yeah.
out of psychics really fast though.
Yes. That is very true. Hopefully we find some elixirs lying around.
Ooh,
Or some like Alepa berries.
chunk of XP right there.
Yep, that's gonna be Nom. That's gonna be Nami. Let's go.
Mm.
Oh.
Nom,
mm.
nom.
Nom.
Look at that. One,
I don't
four,
know.
four, four.
There has to be like a good place to get like some PP up somewhere.
Yeah.
Like there has to be a place to get some PP ups.
Well, Victory Road usually has like 2, I think.
I hope, because if we had some PP ups, I wouldn't be as worried. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me?
Survive that. Quit.
Oh,
Oh, that's way too close for comfort.
that was spooky. I was not happy with that.
Yeah, us here. Making
Yeah.
Yudi, and Yudi was
Yeah. Well, I wasn't making fun of him. We need him. Like I was just like,
no,
trying to make him
making
better.
plan is what I mean.
Yeah.
We're making Yuri, and for one
Yeah.
moment there, Yuri was not gonna be available for
Yeah,
those
he
plans.
must say yes. That is true. That is very true. Yeah, I'm not too worried about like Lorelei. Lorelei, I think will be able to nom. I'm
think
worried
she's
more about. I think more about Blue. I think I'm worried about Blue more than anything.
Hi, Blue. It's yes.
Blue at the
you're
end.
right. The champ.
Are you Lost Elle? I'm not Lost Elle. She's probably gone to the berry forest. Hopefully there's some leopard berries in there. That'd be nice. Oh, there's a proper mart here. Hey, bye. What do you got? Ultra Balls. Oh, that's nice. I don't think there's any Pokemon that we can catch on this island. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think it's all dupes.
It's fine. We kind of realize we don't need the ground type that much anymore.
That's probably true. I would just want something that's not Snorlax. That's pretty much where I'm at. Like, I just want not Snorlax.
Do we need a grass?
We do, and it could be the options like Tangela or Execute.
Oh, execute.
It's Tangle or Execute. That's what we have. I don't know that either of those options are good. Alright, let's destroy it, Claude. Claude Duo, let's destroy it. We have Fly. I forgot about that. Okay, let's go.
No, I still 37 Clefairy. One nitpick, and I think you mentioned it
Yeah.
on the DLC for Swish.
Mhm.
What's that? What's this with level 60 basic Pokemon on the trainer's opponent?
Because it wasn't like so like the level scaling that was supposedly there from IGN. IGN did a horrible job. Like the reviewers for the DLC did a horrible job. Like
Oh, wow.
it was the worst job because they're like, oh yeah, there's level scaling, and the answer is there's pre-game and post-game level scaling. That is all.
Yeah.
And that was what they decided not to report. Was that it was that, and so that was probably my biggest problem with it. Like the review, like Swish has problems. Like I think if anybody says it doesn't, like they're just trying to be a blind defender.
Right.
Like it has problems, and I don't think the IGN review in particular really hit that when the game came out.
Okay.
They were just like, "This is the greatest thing ever!" Raw. And they're just like,
9?
they gave it like a 9.8 or something, and which is I think way too high. Like I think the game like it's like a 7 or 8, right? In terms of like, objective
how you
video
want
games.
I'm pretty sure that your requirements for a very good Pokemon game might not be the.
No. But like in terms of like if I were ranking it with other Pokemon games, I would say it's like a 7.5, right?
Right.
Let's say
Yeah.
and like I wouldn't say it's anything special, right? And like they're just like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to Pokemon in the past years, and it's just like I don't know.
But what did they rate the DLC?
they rated the DLC like a 7 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Like
Yeah,
they flip flop my scores. They flip flop my scores.
Yeah, they
And
made. I don't agree on that DLC.
I don't think I think the DLC is way better than base Swish. And I think they just messed up.
Wild definitely was. That wild area is excellent.
That's exactly what that's exactly what I expect the wild area to be.
Yeah, it's just
initially.
it's even though it's not as big, it feels bigger. It feels more rich. It's a pleasure to go around multiple times because you feel like you keep finding new details. Ooh, mwah, it was perfect. I love that wild, and I really am excited for the next DLC. And I do agree that Swish is not perfect, although I always felt that it was just needless. It was both sides of the spectrum, but there was people who were like completely like hating on the game, complete like this is the worst game ever. And
oh yeah,
then
no.
was,
I mean it's middle of the road. It's like average.
yeah.
Like,
I give it a high score. I honestly, because when I played it, I could give it easily a 9 because I felt with Switch, and again, only because I don't see it in the same lens as you, because you are looking at it through a very highly detailed, refined eye, while I'm like,
I don't know about that.
Good, right?
I mean, it's still Pokemon, right? So like, it's still a good game.
Yeah, the way
it's still Pokemon.
Or versus a critic, right? A critic, and someone can, I can taste it, and for me, it's like, oh, it just tastes great, but you taste it, and you can define the taste, the herb and the spices and all that. And that's why for you, when you go in deep in it, you're like, this is not as good as the other ones. And by your method, you're absolutely might be 100% right. But for the average, like, this Whopper just tastes good.
No. That's a terrible decision. That's a terrible decision. Just stop eating like massive amounts of salt for like 2 weeks, and then you're gonna hate yourself if you touch a Whopper. That's a different discussion for another day. But it's I don't know. Like it was more that like there were just things that were empty.
Yeah.
Like they like I would say like the first half of the game, like that's fine, but then they definitely ran out of steam. Like they ran out of budget at some point.
Yeah, I did feel that the game was lacklusting before the DLC.
Yeah, there's just like so many things. Like I understand to an extent because they're trying to change like what Pokemon is a little bit. But at the same time, I don't think it's a good excuse to drop out a lot of like things that were considered staples, like National Dex aside. I think the problem is the National Dex just like opened it up for criticism, because honestly, I wouldn't have cared otherwise. I think I don't think I would have cared otherwise. But then I'm just like, cool, you're saying this is going to be the best Pokemon game ever, so that's what I'm expecting, right? Because they did say in interviews, like, we want this to be the ultimate Pokemon game. And I don't think it lived up to that hype.
And it's always a measure of expectations. 100%
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so I think we can kind of like wrap it, we can like come full circle and talk about Pokemon Unite in that extent. And I think people overblew that, right? Obviously, like people were hyping themselves up for, and I think they hyped themselves up into failure. There's a barrier. Nope. And so they hyped themselves up, and like that's just like a product of people being dumb. And so like I agree with that. But I think a lot of it is Pokemon that not Game Freak's, but TPCI's inability, it seems right now, to like manage the like their message. I think that's probably their biggest problem. Like they can't handle their message.
What do you mean message?
So I would say, in like leading up. Oh God, I just jumped.
I get you. Their messaging and marketing and their
I think they haven't been particularly good at that. Yeah, they haven't been particularly good at that. In my opinion.
I also think that Nintendo...
No, not roadmap. Like they said, hey, we have a big announcement for you next week. and that's
Gotcha,
what led
yeah.
up to that hype. And so if they would
Yeah.
have said something that was a little bit clearer, like, oh, we're going to announce the crazy collaboration next week. Like, you can hype up the collaboration as much as you want, but you say collaboration so people know it's not like a new game.
Right. And so this could have been resolved if they would have switched Pokemon Snap with Unite.
Oh, okay. I don't. So like, so one, I don't think that was a possibility. One, probably because Tencent probably said no, we're gonna do this together in like its own video. And
Because this is a collaboration.
yeah, because it's a collaboration, right? So like, Tencent probably said that. Two, I don't think you could pull off 11 minutes of Pokemon Snap. Hype. Like,
Without
I
doing like
just,
a whole first few
like,
just
and they're probably not even like there. Like, I think the 3-minute blurb or whatever it was that we got was as much as they had ready. So
Yeah,
I don't think you could have switched the two. I think leading with Snap and then like being like, oh, we got something new next week, just blows expectations out of the water.
Yep.
And that's the problem, because I think they did the same thing with Sword and Shield, because they're just like, oh, these are gonna be the best Pokemon games ever. And I don't think they were. Like, I think hands down that's a mischaracterization.
a lot because first, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee were our first taste on Pokemon on the Switch.
Okay, but like I think everybody except for you knew that was just like bull. Because like I remember you were super excited.
Not like going to be the best game ever. I feel like my
No. I don't think they were. I don't think you ever said they were going to be the best game ever. But I think you were. I think you were relatively more excited than you should have been for those games.
That I definitely agree. I think I was more excited because I was ready to relive a classic on a new console. Because that was at a time where we're still also very Switch hyped, right? This is like it. Kind of. I think Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee were a one-time thing. I don't think it's a phenomenon that will ever be repeatable. Right. But what I was gonna say is that because we had Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee up front, there were really high expectations afterwards on Switch. On not being Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go.
And then I do feel I believe a lot more things now than I did before with the release as well. Like, after seeing like the leaks for the Crown Tundra Pokemon that are coming, I 100% believe that they have like work issues getting the models done. I 100% believe that now. I don't know whether or not that was just because there were importer problems or what, but they definitely have had issues like importing the models from
time frame. It's just
so the problem is
really hardcore.
I think what happened is they're like, at minimum, like what they're doing is they're revisiting every single model before they put it in.
Okay.
But because like if you look at some models, they're almost identical except for like 1 or 2 polygons. And so like kind of what I feel is happening is they're just like, hey, let's go to what is it? Something stupid. Let's go ahead and hand it in turn like all of our old models and see if they can recreate them or something.
Right. Copy paste. Google Translate and then fix. Fix the sentence so it makes a little bit more sense.
And so like that's how I feel. Is they're just like, hey, let's go ahead and do something like that. And so like, because like if you look at Clefairy, for instance, like if you look at the polygons in the model, there's like 1 or 2 polygons extra. That's it. It's the exact same model minus these like 2 polygons. Wow. And then Noibat is the same, except they decided to like divide some polygons in his face.
Okay.
That's the only difference. So what it makes me think happened is like they tried to import it, they had a lot of issues, and then they tried to fix it. Call me a conspiracy theorist.
Well, that's not even. I wouldn't even consider that a conspiracy theory because that's.
But yeah, if you look at
way more logical than, and when something way more expected of a. Part of why I am a little bit less hard on Game Freak is because I did work at one time in a game development company. Yeah. And I've seen those schedules, man. I've seen.
Oh
those...
no. I'm totally on board.
And it's like when all of this, when they announced the national Dex issue that it won't all Pokemons won't be available, everyone jumped to like, oh, Game Freak is trying to kill Pokemon, and I immediately jumped into.
So like that's again another example of them not controlling the message.
Yeah.
Because I think they announced exit in the absolute worst way they possibly could have.
I don't defend them on their messaging. It's always been.
I don't know how they did that. Like, how do you do it in the exact wrong way? Like, that blows my mind. Like, because that's what it was. It was, in my opinion, the exact wrong way to make that announcement and just be like, oh yeah, by the way, like.
Sorry for the interruption, but I love Persian.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This
is a nice sprite, actually. I like this sprite.
That's what I mean. I love that sprite of that art style of Persian. It's like top notch.
But so they were like if they would have come out and they would have explained what happened and why they were doing it, I think it would have just alleviated a lot. Like if they would have come out and just been like, hey, we had to redo models.
And I think we are reaching a corporate wise into that point either, because again, this comes from also I work to that company. The management were like, so it's a casino game, right? It was a casino game, a live casino game online.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name, and we knew Thatch. We knew, as in us who were working on the customer service side, and also the game testing, right? We knew that there were 2 slot machines that had errors and were not paying out correctly, and the company refused to announce it. It wouldn't tuck down slot machines, but it wouldn't tell people that it's not paying out correctly. And that's a thing that was very, very hard on a lot of game companies I saw, and it was and it's something that I think now it's changing, where companies are now learning to be a little bit more open, say, hey, no, dude, we screwed up. I think Nintendo has done it a couple of times already. We're like, no, dudes, we screwed up. We had to delay this. Sorry about this. We're working on it. And people are a lot more receptive to that than you just saying, nothing's wrong here.
I would 100%, like, if Pokemon would have just come out and been like, hey, we had issues with the models, or hey, we wanted to redo the models, even. Like, hey, we wanted to redo them. And they said, so we didn't get them all done yet. I would 100% understand. I think that would have been the way to do it, and I believe that's the case. Like they either wanted to redo them, or there were some issues importing them, because they did quote unquote future proof the 3DS models, because those were high definition models.
Yeah, I saw that they were made in the same software that could scale.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering if there's just some issue when they were trying to import them into the Switch engine, which is very possible. And like they had to move them to a new piece of software, and like some of them made it, but not all of them correctly. And so some of them were just easier to fix than others.
In 3DS, they didn't know the existence of the Switch, and when the Switch developed, I'm pretty sure that whoever was building the Switch wasn't, sure that it was backwards compatible with whatever Game Freak.
Absolutely.
How things work. So it's probably like, that's why I say, you say it, and you say, call me a conspiracy theorist, but no. What you said is possibly the most logical thing that it could have happened.
I think that's my 100% theory is like my Swish theory is is like pretty in depth, because it's like I think Swish minus the wild area to an extent was developed for 3DS. Because if you look at just like the region, every single, so there's like 4 distinct islands, just kind of like Alola, right? Because, and they're all connected by train on top of that.
Right.
And then, so you have that, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was, and TPCI came out and said they thought the Switch was going to be a failure.
That is true. I remember that was a bit, I was like, why would you do that?
They thought the Switch was going to be a failure. And so you think that the Switch is going to be a failure. You think that, So the Switch is gonna be a failure. Maybe they're developing Switch for the 3DS because they're gonna pull a Gen 5. You know, new console came out, but we developed for this one anyway, right? And then they go, oh, it's a success. It's a success. Mobile. And then it really feels like they rushed it to be like, okay, let's add something in that's new, and that's the wild area. Because I mean, you look at the wild area we got in base Switch, and then you look at Isle of Armor, and you're just world of difference. And I think and there are stories that say like internally, like they did want this to be like the ultimate Pokemon game.
Right.
And then they were really split about not including all of the Pokemon, probably because of some graphical reasons. In my mind. And I think
it's strange, but yeah.
And because I heard stories that like internally they were split on not including all of the Pokemon. And I think it was just a decision that they had to make to stay on schedule, because it was either put all the Pokemon in or flesh out the region a little bit more. Which I couldn't imagine how Switch would be if you didn't flesh the region out more. Like, I guess I walked on a path or something. I don't know. So, but that was crazy to me. That was crazy to me. It was but
a new game plus would be amazing if they had that.
The only time they've ever done that was in like Black and White 2.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but oh wait, Ponytail is our capture. I just realized that.
Dead.
Well, we had a conversation instead. Okay, that's the end of this episode. All right, saving. All right. That is going to be it. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. As you can see by the conversation Jushiro and I just had, our bread and butter is actually podcasting.
Yeah.
And so you can see us podcast on this channel or anywhere podcasts are sold, iTunes, Spotify, stuff like that. We really appreciate it. I've been Thatch, and we've had Jushiro.
Yes.
And here for this, we're gonna catch you guys on the flip flop for the next episode of PUCL Plays FireRed.